What is going on, everybody? My name is Ian Horn from Audi Ontario, and this is the 2022 Audi RS6 in Glacier White Metallic. This is the 2022 Audi RS6, and it is super aggressive. If you've ever seen the front end of an A6, this compared to it just blows it out of the water. It's about 1.5 inches, 2 inches wider than the normal A6 too, so you get that extra track width. You also, with this one, you get the matrix lighting with the laser headlights, which is something else to see. Also, you get the 2 front radar sensors to help you with lane assist and your cruise control. Like I mentioned before, let's dive into deeper detail with the beautiful headlights on this RS6. Like I said before, it has that amazing laser projection system, which you don't have to worry about blinding anybody coming in because it does have auto off and on with that as well. Also, another really cool feature that's kind of with the Audi brand now is the amazing sequential turn signals that this car comes with. It is something else, especially at nighttime. The LED headlights on this is incredible. They're very bright, and you don't have to worry about missing anything on the road or anything incoming as well. Also here, we have the full surround cameras. You got the camera in the front and on the sides and the rear. So underneath the hood of this 2022 RS6 is the 4-liter twin-turbo V8 that produces about 591 horsepower, 590 foot-pound of torque that will launch you 0 to 60 in only 3.1 seconds. Also with a top speed of 190 miles an hour. This thing is a rocket ship. It is also paired to an 8-speed dual clutch transmission and with our incredible quattro all-wheel drive system. This thing is something to behold for performance. Working our way onto the side of the vehicle, we do have another sensor here for the side of the vehicle just to protect you, give you extra protection there. Of course, the 22-inch carbon optic 5 V-spoke design wheels. That's a lot to say. These special wheels come with the carbon optic package that we will show you here in a minute. They're 22 inches and largest in class brake rotors and calipers. This thing will stop on a dime, I'll tell you that. And then onto the mirror caps, part of the carbon optic package here, you get the carbon mirror caps and the carbon side skirt down there below. In your mirrors too, you get another camera, part of that 360, which gives you that top-down view that we'll see inside. Also, you got the beautiful turn signals on here as well and blind spot monitoring system. Going along here, you see a beautiful curvature of the vehicle, beautiful designs, the roof rails as well, also blacked out because of the carbon optic package. Another really cool feature on this 22 RS6 is the soft closed doors, not only on the driver, not only on the passenger, but the back 2 doors as well. What basically it does, you don't have to worry about slamming the door. You just softly close it, the car will know that the door is trying to shut, and it will close on its own. A really cool feature if you don't want to worry about slamming the door every time. Now onto the back of this 2022 RS6, and this is where it'll set you apart from different A6s. This is the Avant, so this is the station wagon. This is the first RS6 Avant to come to the US. So this is where you'll get that beautiful kind of wagon design. Of course, you also see how much wider it is as well from the standard A6, as it has much more aggressive fender flares. Part of the carbon optic package too, you get the blacked out emblems, blacked out chrome here, and beautiful carbon diffuser with real exhaust tips. This has kind of been a trend that's been going away, and I'm glad Audi's bringing it back with the real exhaust tips to kind of give you that extra meaty sound. Now into the back of the 22 RS6, where you'll really notice all the space differences between the normal sedan and the Avant. The Avant has about 30 cubic feet of room, whereas the regular sedan only has about 13. So that's where you'll really notice some of the really big changes there. With the cargo cover here, it'll come down, kind of guard everything. Another really cool feature, it says Avant right here on the cover. Moving down here, also you have the all-weather mats here that say RS6 on them, which is another really cool feature to let everybody know you drive an RS6. This has plenty of room. In fact, I could probably lay down in here. Will I? No, not right now, but catch that in a future video maybe. Now in the back seat of the 22 RS6, and this is the place to be. I'm already in my preset driving position, and I'm about 5'11", so I got a good amount of space still for my legs. Starting off over here, we have a sunshade that goes up and down, really easy, kind of blocks out anybody else you don't want to see. The carbon continues on the inside. I love this. It's kind of the dry carbon like we like to call it. You don't really get fingerprints or anything like that on it, and it's still really beautiful to look at. Going down right here, this is the executive package. So with that, we get rear heated seats, you get more climate control vents over here, and you get to control your rear climate with just the switch of a button right here. Not even a switch of a button, just with your finger. It slides up and down, which is really incredible. Super quick and easy, don't have to worry about anything else. Of course, moving down as well, you can see that there's the standard 12-volt outlet. No more is it a cigarette lighter, so you just gotta have a cover right there. And 2 USB-C ports. I love seeing Audi integrate newer technology, faster charging for you in the back seat. And to finish up here, you need to have cup holders. You're gonna have a drink on you. So we got 2 right here, also an armrest, very comfortable, makes it even that much more special of a place to be. And the sunroof continues all the way back here. So the rear passengers have their own little space back here that's also split from the front. Now in the 22 RS6 driver's seat, now this is the place to be. Starting on the left-hand side, you have your automatic window switches and your mirror switch as well. Also, a really cool feature for children in the back, this has electronic child lock, so you don't have to worry about switching the inside of the door anymore. Of course, you have automatic headlights as well that actually know when you're about to touch it and will illuminate when you're close to it without even hitting a button. Really cool. The steering wheel, this is the control center of the whole vehicle. This is the place you're gonna have your hands on the whole time. So, fittingly so, we have all the switches you need while driving here. Starting off on the left-hand side here, you have your 2 toggle switches up left and right. You can switch between navigation, driving data, whether it's tire pressure, your G meter, because this is an RS and you're gonna be taking off, radio, whether that's media, you got your CarPlay going on, or you got FM, Sirius, something like that. And of course, when your phone's connected, you can have all your favorites, everything like that set. Audi's done a really good job here. You can actually change the view as well for the dash. So if you wanted to have everything in the middle and kind of have your speedometer and your RPM on the side, you can do that. Or if you switch it, you can have your RPM and your miles per hour in the middle. With this being said, we have a really cool button right here called the RS mode. Now, that lets you choose between 2 preset modes for the RS mode. With this, it changes the heads-up display to what we like to call the runway digital display. It will notice, if you see, it will change to kind of this runway, and as you progress, the RPMs get closer to that 7,000 RPM. You can also change the view there, and it will go onto the sides, giving you a lot more room for driving data, your radio, and your navigation as well. That was a lot to take in there, but we're almost finishing up here on the steering wheel. You do have your button here that'll auto go to your calls, and the voice activation feature, which works really well in the RS models. Right here, we have our volume control button here, so you don't have to worry about fiddling off to the side. While you're driving, you just change it up or down as well. You can also skip the channels back and forward. Those buttons are available for you there. Finishing up here on the steering wheel, we have these incredible metal aluminum finish paddles. Gives you this extra sporty feeling when you're driving your RS6. With this being said, you can put it into manual mode. That gives you full access of the paddles and the vehicle for ultimate control of your RS6. Now focusing on the main Audi MMI system here. This is a 12.3-inch screen that is built into the dash here. So when it's off or on, it really just flows into the dash. With this being a split screen, you have all your main infotainment, whether it's navigation, media, your CarPlay, is all up here. While all your temperature, your climate control, everything like that will be down here. The climate control is super intuitive. As you can see, I wanted to just change it up and down, just slide my finger like that. Same thing with the fan speed. I want it to go up or down. I can just slide it up and down like that. This, of course, comes with heated and cooled seats, which I have on right now, of course. And, of course, a heated steering wheel for all those cold mornings or nights. Back up here into the main center screen. And as you can see, it's switched to the satellite view right here, powered by Google, which is an incredible experience. But this car also comes with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, which offers a seamless experience from your iPhone or Android getting into your vehicle. Really cool system. With this being an RS car, I have to show you the RS monitor. These are exclusive to any RS vehicles, whether it's an RS6 like this one, RS7, and so on. Right here, we can see the temperatures of the sport differential, the transmission fluid, the brake rotors, the coolant, and your engine oil. That's a lot right on that little center screen, and it's all color-coded for easy knowledge. Swiping over here, we have our G meter, which is also here, but we can have it here as well for larger view. Swiping over one more time is another view of your tire pressure. Once you start to drive, it will pick up on your current tire pressure, so you can actively check up on that as well. This is a really cool in-depth system that works at the click of a button. You can just see how easily everything flows and how easily it is to use. And one last thing we did not mention here, you can control your heads-up display through a simple button right here, whether that's display height or brightness. And with it being an RS and in RS mode, we get the exclusive RPM tachometer on your window, which this is really cool to see it projected from here to on there. You also have your oil temperature, your miles per hour, and the current speed limit. And if I was to put in something into navigation, you also get a couple really cool arrows as well that pop up telling you to go left or right. Continuing downwards here, we have our Audi Drive Select, which you get to select between 5 different modes. All you have to do is press it, and you got comfort, auto, dynamic, and then the 2 RS modes like I was talking about. Another really cool thing you saw right there was the raise button. That is the active air suspension that we have on this, that we can raise or lower it for whatever needs you need. Continuing on here, we have our traction control off right here. Whether you need that or not, that's up to you. We also have the hazards and then your windshield and rear window defrosters. Of course, the engine start-stop button, finished in this gloss black with a red outline, gives it that extra RS feeling. This button here will activate our cameras, and this is where it gets fun. We have not only this top-down view right here that we can see, we also have that fisheye lens like I was talking about earlier, but with this vehicle, we have the 3D model, which I can just play around and move around like this right here. With that button, we can also just click it away and it'll go away. That will actually go away after 10 miles an hour too, just so it's not a distraction on the road. Finishing up here, we have this will be your driver assistance, whether you want it to be on the maximum or the basic, that's also up to you. Of course, the volume switch, it is offset to the right here because like I said before, we have our volume controls on the steering wheel, and this is more focused for the passenger. This beautiful shifter is finished in that Alcantara like I was talking about earlier, and finished in that kind of aluminum metal as well. So it gives you a really premium feel and fit and finish. The days of pushing a button for your lights to come on are no more. It's just feedback. You just touch it lightly and it'll turn on. This button right here as well will turn on all the lights in the vehicle. Beautiful white LEDs, no more yellow. Continuing here, we have the beautiful panoramic sunroof, which is actually split into 2 sections. So with that, this button will open up the first one, and this button, if you push it forward, corresponding to it moving forward, will actually open up the second one. If you did want to open this sunroof, you just pull it back one more time, automatically it will open. Kind of gives you that beautiful view, especially of the palm trees right now. Finishing up here at the top, this is the SOS button. Don't be alarmed by it. It's actually a really cool feature that if you press it, it'll connect you to an Audi service member that will get you a tow truck or any assistance you might need on the road. It'll also automatically come on if you're ever in an accident, so don't be alarmed if a nice person comes on the phone there. So you just press it up, put that away. Finishing up here, this button will actually be the button to activate the lights corresponding to the door. So right now that light's on because that door is open. If I was to open up this door, that light comes on. So a really cool feature if you open the door and you want to just check inside there, that light will already be projected right there. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed all the content here today. Feel free to hit the subscribe button, comment below, definitely hit the like button. My name is Ian here at Audi Ontario. Come on by, see you next time.